Sunday, February 27th. It's 1 p.m. or just a little after 1 anyways, but wow, let's check this out. Oh, jeez. Whoa, like in my face. That is craziness. Oh my God. It's like a good day to make a video. When I fed the cat, as you can see, there's a little opening there. When I fed the cat, like maybe a half an hour ago, it was a nice calm day out. Sunday, February 27th, 2022. It's noon, and look who knows how to communicate for food. She's sitting right there, been waiting in the wind and cold for I don't know how long, but I just noticed her, so I'm going to go and feed her. That's Willow's mother. Still have not seen Willow, though. Hi. Hi, Mama. Hello, you want some food? Okay. Calm day out. It's funny how things can change so quickly. But let's have a look at it on this side. Look at that. It's definitely a blizzard. The van is just like being blown all over the place. It feels at times that it's gonna like tumble away like a tumbleweed. But anyways, being that I can't go out, I can't really do anything, I'm snowed in, so I might as well utilize this day and make a video about the two hardest things that I had to let go of in order to live in my van. The first one I would have to say is letting go of what people think of me. It wasn't until I started getting into developing myself, personal development, and understanding all this, because I was very much a people pleaser, and I certainly did care about what everyone thought about me. And so I would strive to fit in and be liked at the expense of my own happiness. I also understand that I'm not alone with this. The majority of people are not going after what they truly want, not for fear of failing, but for fear of what people will think of them if they fail. That's what was happening to me. I was caring so much about, oh my God, what if I try and do this and I fail? What will people think? Then what? And it wasn't until I stumbled across the 80-20 rule that I really had to stop and think about what I was giving up my dreams for. The 80-20 rule is, when you tell your problems or concerns with people, 80% don't care, and the other 20% are happy that it's happening to you and not them. So, wow, right? In my personal opinion, I believe that the reason why almost everyone cares about what other people think of them is going back to our tribal days. If we weren't liked and got kicked out of a tribe, well, that would more than likely mean death. We needed a tribe in order to survive back in those, tribal days and everything. So we pretty much, had a leader of some sort that was in the, leading the tribe, and we just did what we were told in fear of being isolated and shunned from the tribe. Because, yes, like I mentioned, that would more than likely mean death. But things have evolved. Many people live alone. It's easy to live alone. The hardest part of living alone is dealing with your own thoughts. But being that I am an INFJ, being introverted is something that comes naturally to me. As a matter of fact, when I go out and interact with groups of people, I can do that very, very much. I have no problem socializing with people, and I'm quite social actually, but I prefer to be by myself with my own thoughts, and that's the way it is. And when I'm with a group of people, I have to go back and actually recharge again. So that makes it a little bit easier for me to do what I'm doing. You know, embedded into my thought process was, what you think of me is none of my business. And so that was my motto, and I stuck to it. And people are allowed to have their opinions, and they're always going to have an opinion of you, whether you're a good person, a bad person, no matter what you do. You could be the most perfect person, and somebody's still going to have an issue with you, you know. So, you know, trying to please everyone is the number one ticket, or a great way to make yourself unhappy. The second thing that I had to let go of in order to live in my van was letting go of the all-American dream and accepting that it just was not for me. As a matter of fact, I certainly believe it's not for everyone. For those of you that, you know, it's working, the all-American dream is working for you, then all the power to you. But I believe that buying into that is what's making everybody miserable, making everybody unhappy, you know, because it's a false dream that we're buying into. Like George Carlin said, you know, it's called the all-American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it. The all-American dream is definitely not for everyone, and we're just programmed to believe that it's the only path to happiness. Not everybody wants to have kids. Not everybody wants to buy a house and have that big mortgage. Not everybody, you know, you get it. Success is not a one-size-fits-all, and this is what the problem is, because we're being programmed to believe this. Still, you know, in this day and age, now we're like, it's just all about consumption. Consume, consume, consume. It's just crazy. And you're going to end up in debt and pay with high interest. And, oh, believe me, it's totally insane and corrupt, this world that we live in, unless you wake up to what's going on right underneath your nose. Success is, in my opinion, is however you want to define it. It's like success is whatever you want it to be. I mean, if you feel successful, you know, being a stay-at-home mom, then that's success. If you feel successful working at a fast food restaurant chain, then that's success. If you feel successful, you know, being a CEO of a company, then that's success. Success is whatever you want it to be. It's your perception of what happiness and success should be, not what other people are telling you it should be. So what is the all-American dream? I bought into it too, and it wasn't until after I had purchased my condo that I realized that I bought into a false dream, and it caused me a lot of confusion, depression, feeling defeated, like what now? You know, the all-American dream. It was basically about equality and freedom, you know, the freedom to pursue your own happiness. But somewhere along the line, when it was changed to become like more materialistic, like materialism was becoming more of a success image. Get good grades, you know, go to college, get a good job, you know, get married, buy a house, have some kids, get a dog, pay your taxes, and yeah, and shut the fuck up. You know, so this is the what we were thinking was the route to happiness. We were thinking that if we went and got good grades and did all of that, what I just mentioned, that would lead to a happy life. You know, we're never told, like, you know, to follow your passion and pursue your own goals and your own dreams. You know, we're not taught that. We're basically taught and conformed to trade your time for money. So you're basically working towards somebody else's dreams and you're giving up yours for that. Like, right? It would take me 5 decades to realize that I wasn't chasing my dream. I was chasing other people's dreams. Money can never buy you happiness. Material things can never buy you happiness. No person, place, or thing will ever buy you happiness. Happiness is an inside job. So back in 2006, I bought a brand new 1,200 square foot condo. It had 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths. It had ensuite laundry, private balcony, the open concept. So the kitchen, living, and dining room was all just one big open concept. Like I said, 1,200 square feet. And after the novelty and the newness of owning the condo wore off, it was more like a nightmare, not an American dream, a nightmare. And it seemed like I could not wake up from it. Just miserable. I was never more miserable in my life. And here I thought that this was the final thing. As soon as I buy my condo, buy my own place, and this is going to be it. I did it. I did everything I was supposed to. Not in that order, mind you, but nonetheless, I did. I accomplished the all-American dream. You know, I got myself a career, I had some kids and did all that, and now I was buying my house or I bought my house and it was just all a big setup to get me in debt. And then eventually all my stuff that was inside of this 1,200 square foot condo started feeling like it was weighing me down. I started feeling so trapped. And this is when I realized the 80-20 rule again. Here I'm sitting in a 1,200 square foot condo and using 20% of the space 80% of the time, but paying like 100% of the bills. Like, that didn't make sense to me. I was also wearing 20% of my clothes 80% of the time. But yet I had these I had this massive walk-in closet, 2 on each side. I had this armoire. I had this, big long dresser. It was just stuffed to the max with clothes and wasn't even wearing 80% of it. Yeah. So once I realized this 80-20 rule, I really started thinking about in my life. And then I found myself watching videos on minimalism and tiny homes. And I found myself just always living in and fantasizing about living in a tiny space. That's when I decided to, just let go of my condo and not worrying about what was going to happen next and see what happens. And that's exactly what I did. So that is why I broke free of the rat race and stopped caring about what people think of me. And being that the society is getting even more crazier and more materialistic and more vain and obnoxious and narcissistic like, I'm just happy to be away from all of that BS. So if you got anything from this video, I hope it's that you learn to follow your heart, follow your passion, follow your dreams, and not the money. So that's all the ranting I have for today. Until next video, guys, I'm going to leave you with some peace, love, and light from my heart to yours. See you next video.